Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, let me start with the weather first of all, because this is going to be kind of a short video to start because I'm going to have to. I'm running late, and I got to do my workout, and we got about 5 inches. If you haven't seen this area, Southern Connecticut, Southern New England, the tri-state area, New York, we've gotten a lot of winter weather over the Valentine's Day weekend. And there's about a half foot of snow and about an inch of ice on top of it outside right now. So I'm gonna need to get out there. I'm running late and I got a lot of work to do this morning. So it's gonna be kind of a short video to start. I'll probably do another video later today. That being said, I've got 2 things I want to talk about really quick. Something that happened to me at a local grocery store. And it took me a while to figure out what it was that confused me. And I want to talk about what Kid Rock said. He put in his 2 cents about the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. And let me start with that first, okay? I'll put the link to this right down below so you could actually read Kid Rock's comments yourself. Kid Rock chimed in on the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. And apparently, obviously, the whole MAGA world, Trump supporters, weren't very enthused with the Kendrick Lamar halftime show being rap. A lot of them said they couldn't understand what Kendrick Lamar was saying, which is it's kind of funny because Kid Rock has the song "Ball with the Ball, da bang, diggy, diggy, diggy." Said the boogie, said up jump the boogie, and their favorite star is Kid Rock, and they're saying they don't understand what Kendrick Lamar was saying. Ball with the ball, you know what I mean? It's a little hypocritical, I guess you could say. That's not my point. So Kid Rock comes out and he says that Kendrick Lamar's halftime show was the most anti-DEI thing he's ever seen. So he was standing up for Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. Now I didn't even see it, honestly. Kendrick Lamar is great with me. I don't know him. I don't know his songs. I don't listen to a lot of music. I do a lot of reading these days. And I can't make any sense out of what Kid Rock said. What I see Kid Rock saying is he needs to stand up for 2 things, right? So he needs to stand up for Donald Trump and the whole anti-DEI thing. And he needs to stand up for rap because that's where he came from. That's where his roots are from, the rap rock fusion. So he doesn't want to come across as being anti-black or anti-rap, all right? So I think he spewed a bunch of nonsense because he said what Kendrick Lamar's show was the most anti-DEI thing he's ever seen. He said that Kendrick Lamar didn't give a rat or a frog's ass about who liked his show or who didn't, and he just went out there and did what he did. And I think I can't understand. I cannot understand a word. I don't understand what Kid Rock is saying. What I think Kid Rock is trying to do is trying to appeal to both the Trump world, by mentioning DEI and saying that the halftime show was anti-DEI. Yay that we're getting rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And yet, he was trying to appeal to both audiences. And to me, it didn't make a bit of sense. When you talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, that basically started with affirmative action and black people getting jobs. So I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Kendrick Lamar is DEI. What I'm saying is I don't think Kendrick Lamar's halftime show had anything, whether pro or con or anything to do with DEI in any way, shape, or form. I think he was an entertainer that's won a boatload of awards this year with the best song, best artist, best rap, all that stuff. He's top of the charts right now. He's a #1 artist, and he did the biggest show in the world. That's what I saw. But what I saw Kid Rock saying is I see Kid Rock trying to connect, trying to appeal to his 2 worlds, to his Trump world and to his rock, black roots world, and trying to make sense of it. And to me, it didn't make any sense at all. To me, it made absolutely no sense with him trying to say that Kendrick Lamar is the anti-DEI. Like I said, I'm not saying that Kendrick Lamar is or isn't DEI. I'm just saying it had nothing freaking to do with DEI. And I don't understand what the hell Kid Rock is even talking about. That being said, I hope that didn't confuse you. Okay, I got to tell you guys about this. A couple of days ago, I did a video, and it did very well. It's still doing very well. I got a lot of views, especially here in Connecticut, in this area. A lot of people watched it. I posted it on a Facebook group called Bristol Talks. And I still haven't even gone back and checked the readings or the comments on the Facebook group that I posted it on. So, but I'm pretty sure that it got a whole lot of views. So I don't know if they were pro or con. You know, I can't make heads or tails of this whole CLYNK recyclable thing. You know, I think it's ridiculous. But I also said something about anti-Trump. I said, you know, I'm blaming it on Trump because everything that's going wrong in the last month since Trump took office, I think it's his fault. You know, that's the same way it went with Biden. Everything that went wrong, anything that people didn't like during the last 4 years, they blamed on Biden. So I think it's just, you know, it's fair. Donald Trump is the man in power, so it's his fault. That's how so that's what I said in that video. Okay, just yesterday, I go to Stop and Shop, and I always go to the self-checkouts. And I'm in the self-checkout line, and like I said, it's been very bad weather here. Ice, snow, cold, like below 10, 20 degrees. So I had my biggest winter coat on, and I had it zipped all the way up because I had to clean off my car and everything, and I never unzipped it. I just went in the store. It's got these like Velcro connections to it and everything, and it's a heavy-duty winter coat. So I just left it all the way snapped up when I went through the store. I just ran in to get a few things. And I went to the checkout, the self-checkout, and there's always a Stop and Shop employee taking care of, you know, working the 10 registers, making sure everybody's, you know, is doing all right with the self-checkout. And as I'm checking myself out, the guy that works there comes up and he stands about 2 feet away from me on my side. You know, I'm facing the register and I'm checking my stuff out, and I could see him out of the corner of my eye. You know, I could see, you know, he sees me look at him, and he's standing right there, and he's got this disapproving look on his face, and he's not saying a word, and he's just standing there staring at me, right? So the first thing that went through my head is, you know, what am I doing something wrong? You know, because I have to say how many paper bags I'm using, so so the cash register can charge me 10 cents a piece. So the first thing I was like, did I put in one for, you know, did I do something wrong? Did I not pay for my paper bags? You know, and everything's fine there, you know. So I was like, did I drop my wallet? You know, I'm trying to figure out why this guy is standing like 2 feet away from me with this disapproving look on his face. And then I'm like, oh, my jacket, maybe he thinks I stole something or something. You know, why is he, you know, because I have this big, huge, puffy jacket zipped all the way up. So as I'm walking out of this store, I'm still trying to figure this out. You know, eventually he walked away, you know, and I'm like, did he think maybe I had something in my jacket? You know, so I look at myself in my car mirror when I get down. I'm like, what was that guy? You know, what was he looking at? And then it clicked. I was like, this guy must be a Trump supporter. You know, he must have seen the video. That's the only thing I could figure. I'm guessing here. I'm guessing, but it was very obvious. This guy was standing there for pretty much the whole time I was checking out, just a couple of feet away from me, and I don't care. I'm just doing my thing. I want to get in and out. I'm not looking to conversate. I'm not going to ask him why he's standing there. I got business to do. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to get out. Unless he's got something to say to me, I'm not going to say anything to him. You know, so I just ignored him. And then it clicked, like I said, you know, so I don't think it really had anything to do about the recycling. I don't think he can defend the new recycling policy because it's so freaking ridiculous. I don't see it. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he was upset because I dissed his store's new recycling property. But more than likely, I think he was a Trump supporter. And he just looked at me disapprovingly. How could you not love Donald Trump? I was like, that's what it was. And seeing that I'm like 6'4" and a big guy, and the look I gave him, like, what the fuck's your problem? He didn't have the balls to say a word. So he just stood there, stared at me until I looked back at him, and then he just wandered away without saying a word. I was like, it must have been a displeased Trump supporter that wasn't happy with my reference to Donald Trump. well, F you, Stop and Shop employee, if that's what it was. I'll be back later with another video. Have a good Sunday.